I was the fifth of six kids, but I was the one to take care of everybody and do everything. I'm originally from New Mexico, Hobbs, New Mexico, and my dad was a truck driver and an oil field worker. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. He left us, so we had to struggle really hard. So I had to clean, cook. I never was involved in any school activities because I had to go straight home from school. Growing up, I had a scholarship. I graduated at 17, had a full scholarship, but I got pregnant. I wasn't able to continue my college. Then I got addicted on drugs. So I did crack for about 7-8 years. I sold drugs for a while. Then I just prayed. I prayed to get me off of it. And then I had just my testimony. I had what do you call it? I don't know if it's a revelation or whatever, but one night I was sitting there doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. And so then all of a sudden something just hit me. You know, when I took that first hit off the pipe, something just hit me and said, "Darlene, this is not you." And I'm like, "Oh God, this is a test." So I just started stripping my clothes off and I started throwing everything away. I went in the shower, started showering, scrubbing. When I laid on the bed, my body was on fire. My body was on fire, and all I could see was these demons going. It was the twin beds. One of me was, I could see me over here in this bed. The other me I could see in this bed. And all I could do was just praying to God. So I'm thinking he was telling me it's either me or him. It lasted for about an hour. And then so I called my pastor, and from that day on, it's been like 15 years ago, I've been drug free. I started cleaning up myself, cleaned up my act, and moved to Killeen, Texas with my son. I started drinking alcohol, really rough. So then I was falling, had lumps on my head after here, and my son says no. So then my daughter came down to Texas and got me. And we were living in Burlington when I first came here, and then I became homeless. So I was, we were in and out of motels, hotels, or the car for about 3 months, calling shelters everywhere until this Salvation Army finally called us and told us that they had a spot for us. And when I first got here to Salvation Army, the shelter, it was nice, and people were okay. They greeted you and everything was nice. It's great. They helped me with applying for housing, and they helped me with applying for food stamps, and they gave me rides, and they were there to talk to if you needed to talk to anybody. And so it was really great. It was really helpful, to which I haven't had in the past. I've had to do everything on my own. I was so used to dealing with everybody else's problems and couldn't solve my own, but I knew how. I'm grateful because the treatment, and then I started getting a family or whatever, then going to church. And like I said, I never had any. I had family, but we weren't close. But like I said, this is the family that I wanted, that I've always, that I've always yearned for. And I'm so proud of myself because I'm clean, I'm sober. But now that I have this family, I don't have to worry about, well, I never had a family. I don't know how it feels. But I feel great. If this family here could have been back in the day of my childhood, I would have probably been greater than where I am now. Okay, now that I'm an employee of Salvation Army, which I was honored when I did get my apartment, and they asked me, "Well, Darlene, how would you like to come in and work for us?" I'm like, "Okay," So then to me, it was a blessing because I'm able to give back what they gave me. I feel like because of the experience that I had here being in the program, I would also be a better help for the other ladies that come in, and I know how to talk to them and tell them. And to me, I'm just to be there for them. But like I said, I am so grateful for the Salvation Army. It seems like I'm I've had another life, or I've jumped from the time travel. Yeah, put it like that. Yes, and thanks to Salvation Army and the people around me and my family, they are my family now, and I love it, and I'm very grateful and honored to be here.